Ecology here. We're doing the AC dampener on a 2010 Ford Taurus. The year models I think are 09 to 13 or something like that, but this is the part number right here. Motorcraft, got off Amazon for I think less than 20 bucks, if I remember, 19 something. So that's the part number. This is what it looks like, and we're going to show you how to switch this out and also change the air filter at the same time. So let's get started. All right, first thing, open the glove box. All right, first thing you want to do is pop out the retention on. Basically, it's the piece that slows it down, and it pulls up. And I don't know if I can do this with one hand or not. Let me do it, and then I'll show you where it goes. See, I popped it out. So basically, you just grab it and take both fingers, grab it, pinch it, pull it back, and then it comes out. Drop the glove box, in which case you grab each side and pull until these pop down, and then the glove box will just pop out. And that leaves your hole to your dampener and your filter. Alright, so the first thing to get just 2 bolts to get through in a power connector, or the interface with the computer, whatever you want to call it. I've got one of these sets that are universal. I use that term loosely, but so it's either a 5/16 or an 8mm. I was betting, man, it's 8mm. These cars are all metric now, pretty much universally. There's only a few exceptions. So 8mm. My blessed little angel children have lost some pieces to my ratchet set, so now I'm having to use a screwdriver, but it shouldn't be too hard with this. These aren't meant to be overly tightened. So let's take it out. Alright, so first is to get this little clip out. Basically that little red piece, you pop it back, and then the whole thing will slide out. Let's see if I can recreate it for you. Alright, so see, the red piece is popped in. Take your fingernail, pop it out, and then pops out a piece of cake. Excuse the shaky cam, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Alright, one screw. Let's switch hands. Let's see if I can get it off. Alright, now pops right out. And see, that's the blower motor right there. So if you had to replace the blower motor, this is where you start. Alright, so let's get our new. Alright, there's a little guide there. Kind of help you get it in the right spot. I try to get lined up over the hole. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to do both of this at the same time, so if you can see. Right here, there's a little guide that matches up with this little piece right here. So key is getting the knurls on the inside lined up. Alright, let me fiddle with this for a second. Hang on, and I'll come back and talk about it. Okay, got it. So, if you can see right there that there's an uneven pattern on that connector, and you can see that it matches up right there. So I couldn't tell it would try to do it with two hands, so I think I've got it. There. Basically you can slide it in. I'm still zoomed. Basically you can slide in and turn it the way you want it. So you hear that click, that fall. All right, so basically the way you start is best you can line up your the connector for the dampener into the motor first. And then once you get it lined up, then you can adjust it from there. So line up the white housing to the black housing first, and then turn it as you need it, and then it'll line up perfectly. Now from there, you'll see it's lined right there, just like that. And we'll put our two screws back in and put our glove box back on, and should be good to go from there. Now, if you were doing your AC filter, like I said, which I've already done, I had to get a screwdriver here to clip these down. Popped them down, air filter slides right out. Take your new filter, make sure you got your flow lined up the way it's supposed to be, and then put it back in. So that's a piece of cake too. So let me put these bolts back on and reconnect it, and then we'll test it. All right, bolts back up. Push in the back, the black piece first, and then push the clip in. And now we put the glove box back together. On the glove box, you've got these little teeth down here that clip in right there. So you clip it first, and then you raise it up. So now let's see if I can do this. Prop it up with my foot. Yeah. Alright, like I had to do last time, I had to pull this out. This is your lever that lowers it nice and steady. Right there. I forgot last time I did it, I had to make sure I had my hand on that. So I'm gonna need my other hand. Give me 1 second. All right, perfect little add-on. If this pops out, this will go back in. You just got to make sure you get it lined up. All right, so you just like that, and try to keep it extended down as far as possible, because you're gonna need this down as far as possible. So when you get the box reseated, you need to seat that in the connector back in there first before you push it back up into place, because it just gets to be too hard to handle. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm pretty sure last time I left it just like this and pushed this gently up there and then guided it back down. You see it's got to, if you can see that, it's got to sit there until you get it back up past these clips, and then you can reseat it. So gently leave it there, it's extended as far out as you can get it, then reseat the box and then reseat that. So let's try to do that, but I gotta have two hands to do it. All right, there you go. So I pushed in the retention clips all the while making sure I wasn't bumping that dampener arm. And then as soon as I got it clipped, I grabbed it, easily stuck it through the hole, clipped it, pushed it down to click it into place. And then now it's ready to go. So now to test it, all right, sorry, I was sitting on something and it was killing my tail. All right, so to test it, you should be able to just click it back into place. And then if your dampening arm is reconnected properly, that's what should happen. If it's not, it'll just flop down and then hit on those retention clips. So I actually didn't, when I first took it out the first time, I thought they had long been broken on this car and didn't realize that at some point somebody had just pulled it too hard and it snapped out of that little shock guide it was in. And when I put it back together, clicked it back in there, went back to working the way it originally was when it was new. So, cheap fix, the cheapest fix of all, something that wasn't broken in the first place. All right, so once again, this has been replacing AC dampener and kind of showing you where the AC filter goes. Hope this was helpful. This is Nachology signing off.